there's a lot of advice about the technicalities of fitness, you know, how to do certain things, specific things, you know, how to work out and how to diet and stuff like that. But there's not a lot out there that has to do with the psychology of fitness, and I think that's like the biggest barrier that most people have. It has to do with the psychology aspect of it. You know, a lot of people know, or they can figure out how to diet, or they know that they have to eat less, you know, or they know that they have to go to the gym more, but they don't do it. And it's not because they don't want to, it's for some people it's a really hard thing to do, and that's where the psychology of it comes into play. And I think if I could pinpoint one thing that makes the biggest difference in fitness, the key to getting fit would be consistency. The thing is, you have to realize is that the amount of progress that you can make in one day with fitness, the amount that your body can change in one day is so small. Imagine a cup and you're dripping one drop of water into it each day. Like, the difference by a day you can't tell, but after, you know, 3 months, the cup is full. It's the same concept when it comes to fitness, is that, you know, you're doing, even if you do every single possible thing right that day, the changes that your body undergoes is so small, so you're not going to notice it for a while. And that might be discouraging to some people. They might say, you know, well, you know, I want to see results in a week. I don't want to wait months to see results. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's not so much about the result either. That's another thing about fitness. You know, it's not so much about having six-pack or looking a certain way or achieving that certain thing in a certain amount of time. And our society is so addicted to instant gratification that we can't wait to obtain something. But again, it's not about having something, it's about being something. And that's something that you can only be right now. And you can't be a result in 3 months. That doesn't make sense. You can only be who you are right now. You can only do what you can do right now. You can only live right now. But living only happens in the present. Being only happens in the present. It doesn't happen in the future. So how can you be a result that is in the future? The point is that, you know, with consistency, you could be on the worst program ever, on a workout program that's not very effective, on a diet plan that's not very aggressive, and just by being consistent, you'll get more results being on a badly designed program than you would being on the best possible program, on the most aggressive diet plan, on the most effective workout plan, only doing right things some of the time or half of the time. So consistency is key. You have to be consistent every single day, and that's where being comes into play, because you're being the person that is gonna have that result already in the moment, in the present. You're already being that person by doing the things that type of person does. It's not about so much about reaching a goal as it is about being a person. And you know, you do these little things right. It just requires little things. It's not, you can't do so much to change your body. Like I said, the amount that even if you did every possible thing right in one day, the amount that you can change your body in one day is so small, so insignificant. Consistent days together, the result from those days, only then can you achieve great results, because the results you obtain from one day, it's nothing. So if you do it 2 days, 3 days, and then you go backwards and undo that progress, then you're back where you started. So consistency is the most important thing possible, is to be consistent. Do everything right every single day and you will get your result. Don't worry about where you're at right now. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, because being that person is what's important. And if it takes, you know, 3 months, 4 months, even a year to get to where you want to be, that time is going to go by just as quickly, whether or not you're doing those things right. Whether or not you're exercising or whether or not you're dieting, that time is going to go by just as quickly. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Time doesn't stop because you're doing something or you're not doing something. A lot of people do New Year's resolutions in January, right? And I'm sure tons of people already quit that, and it's, you know, March. But let's say your New Year's resolution is to work out, and now people in March are saying to themselves, if I would have you know, stuck to it from January, I would be here now or there, you know, whatever. The time goes by just as quickly. So giving up is not gonna make you any happier, and obtaining your or reaching your goal is not gonna make you any happier either. You have to be happy with who you are right now. You have to. Fitness is not the ultimate goal here. You know, sometimes in order to obtain something you think is so important, you have to let go of that. You have to let go of the importance that you think it holds, you know. Being self-conscious, being like 100% focused on you, on what you have, on what you look like, on that's not gonna help you at all. You know, you almost, it's like a paradox. You almost have to let go of all those things that you think. You have to let go of yourself in order to be your best self. It's hard to put into words, but it makes sense in my head, you know. It's like if I'm constantly thinking about dieting, if I'm constantly thinking about working out, and to me that's the most important thing, and I become obsessive about it, first of all, I'm not even going to be happy. So regardless of whether I obtain my goal, you know, let's say my goal is to have a six-pack, whatever. Even if I obtain that, I'm not going to be happy. I might have a momentary, you know, happiness or momentary pleasure or joy from obtaining that, but the pleasure that you get from achieving a goal, that's temporary. It's not so much about that as it is about just being happy with who you are and doing little things that are going to get you to your goal over a period of time, you know. And those things, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have goals and just, you know, just, oh, I'm fat and I'm going to be happy with who I am. That's not the point. The point is that you can't depend your happiness on having things. You can only have your happiness right now. You can only live right now. You can't live in the future. The future never comes. It's always the future. It's always fleeting, a fleeting moment. So by definition, you know, having something or wanting to have something, you're telling yourself in your head that right now I'm not enough. Right now I can't be happy because I don't have this one thing. Once I have it, then I'll be happy. But that's not true, because happiness doesn't come from anything other than just being happy. Just being happy with your life right now. You can only live right now. So what's gonna stop you from being unhappy then once you have that body? Nothing. You'll still be just as unhappy. The primary goal here is in fitness. Fitness is just, you know, it can add value, or I shouldn't even say that. I mean, you should just enjoy everything you have, and at one point you'll have that body and just enjoy it. At one point you'll have a physique, you know, if you do little things right, at one point you'll have a physique that you can enjoy, and you don't derive your happiness from it, but you can enjoy it. You can enjoy the things you have. You can enjoy having money. You can enjoy having a nice body. You can enjoy having health. And then one day, just know that those things, everything is temporary. All the things we have, they will one day, we won't have them, you know. So just enjoy them while you have them. That goes for the present as well, you know. Things that you have right now, enjoy what you have right now, you know. Enjoy your relationships, enjoy living, just enjoy being alive, enjoy the process of, you know, enjoy working out, enjoy taking care of your body, enjoy eating healthy, and then once you have that body, enjoy that body, you know. But don't derive your happiness from it. Happiness comes from within, and then all those things that seemingly add value to your lives, you know, money or popularity or fame or recognition or a certain look or whatever it is, all those things that seemingly add value to your lives, they really don't. But you can enjoy them, you know. They're not bad, and there's no reason why you shouldn't seek to obtain those things. But just know that happiness doesn't come through those things. Happiness doesn't come from obtaining those things. Happiness comes from the moment. Happiness comes from enjoying what you have right now. And one day you will have those things if you work for them, and then enjoy them when you have them. But right now, enjoy what you have. And if you live life that way, you'll obtain your goals a lot easier, and they won't take over your life. They won't become an obsession. You won't become obsessed with making money. You won't become obsessed with having a six-pack or having a certain look, or, you know, looking a certain way, or having certain things. That you won't derive your self-worth from those things. So that goes along with fitness, hand in hand, in my opinion, because fitness is just one aspect of life, you know. Looking a certain way, that doesn't define who you are. It can not add value even. It can be something that you enjoy. You can enjoy the process, and you can enjoy the fruits of that process, which would be, you know, having a certain look, or you know, having strength, feeling good, having health. All those things are consequences of living a fit and healthy life, and you can enjoy them while you have them. And even then, one day those things will go away. You know, when you're old, you're not going to be as healthy, you're not going to be as strong, you're not going to be as fit. I just kind of went off on a rant there, but the point of this is that, you know, consistency, lifestyle, routine, it's that cliche stuff that you hear all the time, all these platitudes. But it's funny how true cliches are, you know, and then like the whole lifestyle thing, because it really is that way. You know, it's success in fitness, success in you know, obtaining a certain look, or having something, comes from consistency and from being that person. Instead of focusing on having something, focus on being the type of person that has those things. You know, being that person, being who you are right now, and you know, sooner or later those things will come into fruition. Obviously, people like sooner rather than later, but like I said, time's gonna go by just as quickly, whether or not you do those things. You know, whether or not you're working out, whether or not you're dieting, whether or not you're watching your calories and taking care of your health, time's gonna go by just as quickly. So what do you want to look like in 3 months? You know, what do you want to look like in a year? That's up to you. But again, it's all about just living in the moment, living right now, being present, enjoying what you have, and living in a way that's gonna bring more into your life. And then at that point you can enjoy those things as well. So it's a little bit of a different type of video. I'm not talking too much about the mechanics of dieting or of working out or anything like that, but I think it's equally important, if not more important, because without this mental aspect, or without this point of view, being fit can be extremely hard, because of the way our psychology works and the way we're conditioned to look for instant gratification, and to look for things now, and to, you know, not be willing to wait, and to never be happy with our current state. That's why so many people fail. You know, it's ironic, because, you know, you'd think that in order to change, in order to obtain a physique and change your body, you have to be unhappy with how you look now so that you change it. But that's not true. You know, being unhappy is not going to change it. That's just being unhappy. Being unhappy is being unhappy. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with wanting to have a certain lifestyle and working to achieve it, but that's not going to happen from one day to the next. So yeah, I don't want to keep making this video longer than it has to be, but again, the point is consistency. So be consistent, do everything you need to do every day right, and don't worry too much about it, because one day, if you're doing all those things right, you know, you're already there. To be honest, if you're consistent, if you're being consistent every day, you already have that body, you already have that physique. It's just a matter of, you know, a little bit longer, giving your body a little bit longer to change. That's all. You're already there. In a mental aspect, in a psychological aspect, you already have that body, and that's what we have to work for, is being psychologically ready for our bodies to change and have that look, you know, because if we're not psychologically ready, then our bodies won't change. It happens here before it happens it happens internally before it happens externally. So you have to have that mindset before your body's not going to change like that from one day to the next. Your mind has to change first, and then by doing those things daily, then that gives your body time to change, your body time to adjust, and that's how you'll obtain your fitness goals, and that's how you'll obtain the look that you want, and the health and energy and focus and all the good things that you can have from fitness and from health. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of my car now because it's getting kind of hot, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.